Hey everyone, here is Anees Alomar from the Business of Archviz. The last 3 days we had the MasterMind, the Business of Archviz. I know it's the same name, but like anyway. And I had three guests. One of those guests is a very experienced 3D artist, I would say an Archviz professional. He is Lasse Rode from Lasserode Studio, and I would like to welcome him and thank him for attending those 3 days mastermind and hear his feedback. So Lasse, welcome. Thank you for the insightful 3 days and sharing your long experience. It's a great pleasure for me to be with you in the same room. This is one to hear your experience, learn more about how you do the things and the business. If you would describe this mastermind for you in one sentence, how would you describe it?
It was very intense and condensed knowledge dropping on us. And we also would work together to find out more about this. It was very, very, very intense and interesting. Because I'm doing this Archviz for a long time already, and of course I have experienced a lot of stuff along the way, but it was never in that way structurized as you are structuring it and inviting us to look at the whole thing in that way. Because usually people working in that field are architects or designers, graphic designers and stuff, and not trained business people. So you grow into this, or you are thrown into this in a way, and have to pick up things along the way, which sometimes are wrong or half knowledge or dangerous half knowledge sometimes. Yeah. So it's good to somehow filter all this, all the way you would also maybe find in business literature books, or probably here somewhere. So filter that and put this together specific for this kind of industry, because it's a very specific way to work actually.
Great. And have you been to other masterminds before, or maybe business classes?
No, not really. I've read a lot of books about that topic. I have one big blue management Bible, which is quite helpful. But it always needs a lot of energy to transfer that onto our cases and our case studies. Being in the same room with people working in the same field shows immediately that there are overlapping experiences. We all know the struggles. We all know about what awaits you, and also the workflows are similar because there are certain standards in the industry that establish themselves over the time, or are just practical, or just a result of how you are positioned in the process. And it's good to just hear the pains and gains of the others.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So if you would like to describe your feelings in those 3 days, or there is also another question before that. I called you, okay? I told you, hey, Lasse, we are doing a mastermind. It's completely about business. You had some expectations, okay? How do you describe those expectations compared to what you have seen here?
We both talked or had a meeting some months back already.
Yeah.
With a video call, and we kind of parted in a way. And you told me, yeah, actually, I don't really know if I can really help you, because you know too much already. Yeah, exactly. It was kind of the end of the story, and I have to also admit that I have had some weird experiences with business coaching in the past, so I was kind of hesitant also. But I had the best expectations because since our call back then, I was following your content on social media, and also have seen Matteo's postings a lot, what he was talking about and stuff. So I had very positive expectations actually, and also I think a feeling where this might be heading, and and I was not surprised about. I was basically expecting that it would be very, very good and condensed knowledge, and that happened actually.
Great, amazing. Now, if you would name the three biggest benefits you have seen in this, or maybe more than three or less than three, it depends. So, if you would name those benefits you got from the industry, I mean, now we finished and everything is still fresh in your mind. But do you think that those insights in those areas they give you something for the future? I'm going to do this when I'm back to my office. Would you mind categorizing or naming the benefits you've got from here?
The biggest benefit, I think, was to see that the business model I am following or that I am applying on my work is already very balanced in a way. I have a kind of clear profile what my clients fall into, and I also have a pretty clear, I think, also understanding how I would work with them and what is my strength in my work, and also of course what are my weaknesses and my pitfalls, and also that I kind of seem to be it seemed balanced, and also big benefit also was to see that in comparison with others, how they are structured and what they are thinking about, what they are doing, and that plus, the thing is that by the nature of the way we as small studios run our business, it is that you, in most cases, you are alone with your decisions and your fears and the things that go on. So having that kind of normalized and shown, okay, when you are here, things are going to be probably like this, and when you do this, most probably would happen. So that's something that getting the feeling that you are not, it's not so special what you are doing, and it's kind of normal, and there's ways for or solutions for your problems or for your things that could happen or that you would like to prevent or that you would like to nurture or you would like to grow into this direction. There are solutions already, and you don't have to invent the wheel.
Yeah. Great. So you mean the last point, just for anyone who is watching, we have analyzed each one's business, and we picked three other studios, big names, and we analyzed them as well. If you are joining us next mastermind, we will analyze also your business, the people with you, artists who are with you, and three other studios. One thing you mentioned is you mean the signals you need to listen to when the things are going to go bad. That's what you mean? I mean the signals of change. I mean
signals of change,
the pattern
and
of
also
behavior.
We had earlier this pattern behavior.
Yeah.
When you're feeling great, you would not do marketing because you think why should I have work?
Yeah.
So it's gonna go down again. So, and these kind of curves that would appear in the business.
Yeah.
How to handle them, how to accept them, and also how to maybe steer away from them or try to act in the totally opposite way you would act in that moment, for example.
Yeah. Great. Amazing. So if you would advise someone to attend this mastermind, who would be that one? I mean, in their business journey, are they studios, freelancers? How do you think is a good fit for this mastermind?
I think anyone who is in charge of the business, and I think probably of any kind, of any size, you know, freelancers, of course, and probably also people that are in a larger venture, like 20, 50 people or something. Because I mean, even though they might be coming from a business background or having some business development training already, you being basically the only one I know who is applying all these strategies specifically into this industry. I think that's something that's special, and that's of huge value actually for those people, because I mean, yeah, you have to be specific in that way.
Great. Now, I mean, if you would also name a couple of things, or maybe 3 things that that should be improved in the next mastermind, what would you suggest?
I don't really know what should be improved. I only might question how you or we could handle all this stuff with more than 3 attendants.
More than 3 days?
No, more than 3 people actually.
Oh, more than 3 people, yeah.
Because
that's also a question for me.
Yeah. 5 or 6 or 7, it could be really tricky to get this into this short time span. So probably you should probably maybe scheduling it in a way that you, I don't know, have 5 hours of seminar work, of workshop work, and then maybe 3 hours afterwards where people are doing these exercises that we did. But in a structured way, so it could be more condensed.
Yeah.
And then you could probably not walking through everybody with everyone just showing it in a theory with one, and then everybody's doing that, and in the next step you would pick another one and talk about it, and then but everybody would have in the end the same result.
Okay.
But kind of trying to navigate through this in a way that it's more condensed time-wise, but also possible to have more people actually.
So I will repeat what I understood. So maybe it is also possible. So if you are talking about 9 parts, do you think that each part should be like told about the theory of about that part, a case study, for example, and then the artists are going to be working on it, and then we pick one and work on it, and then at the end everyone is going to have at least one part as sample?
I think, I mean, in the beginning we made this everybody shows this timeline. That was very good for everyone. That was not something that you could do in a group. But for example, filling out these sheets.
Yeah.
I think that could be done, I don't know, in 1.5 hour. Condensed. Everybody's gathering somewhere and on a laptop and filling that out, so that you would have you would free up space actually. Time-wise,
I see what you mean.
And also that you could fit all of them into the 3 days.
Yeah, I see. So Matteo suggested something to have the first day as a course or a recorded material, for example. For anyone who is coming, they need to watch it before they come. And when they come, we start with the recent situation. Then we go deeper into the clients, competitors, and the industry. Then we move toward the future business model, then action plan. Yeah, that's a good feedback. Great. I mean, thank you very much. That was really, I mean, for me, it was a very insightful um, um mastermind. Insightful also time spending with you and hearing your experience. And for anyone who doesn't really know, Lasse was the CEO of Xoyo, if you know the company Xoyo, for a long time.
One of three seasons.
He was one of the three CEOs,
three partners. Yeah.
three partners for the Xoyo company, and now he is working on his own studio. So he has definitely a huge experience, and that's why it was very insightful to have him here. Now the last thing, if you would like to say one sentence for someone who is thinking about coming, what would you like to say?
I would say do it when you are on the way to work as a serious business person in this kind of industry, because it's important. And I mean, the way we are talking about this today is much different and much more mature than we would talk about this like 15 years or 10 years ago. And I mean, I feel everything is getting more professional. Also, this business is getting more professional from all sides. Clients have different demands than they would have 15 years ago.
Absolutely.
And they expect different handling of projects and stuff. So it's good to be more mature, and it's good to have something like this in a maturing industry.
Perfect. Lasse, thank you very much for attending, for sharing your experience, and for your time. I hope we meet next year. Sorry. I mean, this group is going to meet once every 3 months just to see if the action plan was on point, how it's performing, how the business is growing, and hopefully we will meet Lasse next year to hear about how was his last year. Thank you very much. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Tschüss.
Yes. Thank you. That's really great.